How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the stream, and today's docket is starting off with some small indie I've got. So today it's the Wolf's Bite, and then we're going to be moving on to some more Absolver, and then finishing off with some PUBG. But you might be asking, what is the Wolf's Bite? Well, it's one of those I've not done too much background on. All I know, it's a adventure game, choose your own adventure game, for 2 players. Admittedly, I'm only one person here, and it's a local co-op type one. But you can play against the AI, and it's all about the big bad wolf and the 3 little pigs running rival kitchens or rival restaurants. So the first question is, how many players? Well, we're going to be 1 player, but are we going to play as the wolf or the 3 little pigs? What do you reckon? Hi Sean, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us again. It's a case of, with a title like the Wolf's Bite, I think we're going to have to play as Big Bad, aren't we? We might come back to this and do piggies, but I think it's going to be Big Bad Wolf, isn't it? What do you reckon? Wolf, go on then. After failing to thrive in the highly competitive residential demolition industry, mostly due to difficulties dealing with brick construction, the Big Bad Wolf decided it was time for a career change. Unable to resist the lure of entrepreneurship, he decided to enter the restaurant business. The 3 little pigs, dissatisfied with their free sample demolitions, are conspiring against the Big Bad Wolf and his new restaurant, the Wolf's Bite. The whole village turned out for the grand opening. Will the Big Bad Wolf finally launch a successful enterprise, or will the 3 little pigs throw up a metaphorical brick wall and stop him? You're alright, you signed off work for a week with bad back. Oh, sorry to hear that. You're doing your best chilling. Well, hopefully I can help you chill out a bit. So, I guess this is where the restaurant's going to be. The wolf now plays. Hey, that's you! I know. So, this is the restaurant, I presume. So, we can basically pick different areas. Well, I guess before we can open it, we're going to have to go to the grocery store. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Go shopping for ingredients, promote the restaurant. Let's get some ingredients. You can't run a restaurant without things to cook. A trip to the store provides you with all the ingredients you'll need to cook up enough food to feed an army. You even manage to negotiate a discount. The Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. Major sabotage is such as the deli case or refrigerator obvious, and your presence would draw suspicion. You note the shelves are taller than the aisles are wide. Suddenly, visions of tumbling dominoes fill your mind. Such a chain reaction would likely destroy most of the inventory and force the store to shut down temporarily. Such a grand sabotage would draw substantial penalties if caught, but the reward justifies the risk. What do you say? Okay, so we get to make moral choices, it looks like. Bump into old Mother Hubbard, spill some oil, get Pinocchio to lie. Okay. Let's bump into old Mother Hubbard. The old crony's notoriously clumsy. A slight nudge from you and she'd likely send the shelves tumbling. Oh, how clumsy of me, you lament as you hip check the elderly woman. Aye, that hurt. Is she made of metal? Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Did I bump into you with my poly-titanium replacement hip? The blasted thing is just so powerful. Here, let me help you up. Do you need a ride to the hospital? The wolf loses 1 wealth, paying the hospital bills. So we failed to sabotage the store, and we lost some money going down to the doctors. Okay, piggies, what you got for us? Train in restaurant operations. You spend the week getting a deeper understanding of how restaurants operate and the business side of things. Giuseppe has now no idea how helpful this will be as you search for weaknesses in the wolf's new business. Wolf's Bite loses 1 quality. We only just gained 1 quality from the ingredients. Seamus is offering a lecture in advanced sabotage. This lecture combines restaurant operations knowledge with food sabotage by attacking specific steps in the underlying restaurant process. After exhausting 2-day seminar, Seamus challenges you to create a sabotage that will attack the cook-serve junction. The simplest way to do this is to exploit the clock, a little dome that tells patrons they are in a fancy restaurant. This requires a mastery of kitchen operations and dining room sabotage techniques. What do you present for your sabotage? Fennel is feral. We bring a clock and plate into the restaurant with a live animal like a squirrel or a rat. We can engineer a handoff strategy that the plate in front of someone Okay. We'll only be able to do this once, but it should be impactful enough that we only need to do it once anyway. 2 and 1... Gee, I'm not liking the piggies. The piggies are going down. Okay. So, famous food critic coming to town. Gus Fiera. Really? Not Guy Ferreira. And, has caught wind of the intrigue surrounding the Wolf's Bite and would like to feature in his show Restaurants, Taverns and Bars. Doesn't have the same ring as the Triple D, does it? Will the episode be about redemption or revenge? Only time will tell. Wolf now plays. So do we take a leaf out their book and go to the Culinary Institute? Witch's Hut, City Hall. Our reputation is at 25%. We've got $10. Oh no, that's them. We're $20 and $9. Okay. Regional cuisines, train restaurant ownership. I think we take a leaf out their book, see what we can get out of it. Spend a day discussing the nuances of and challenges of owning and operating a restaurant. Giuseppe's business acumen and mentorship will help you run a more efficient and profitable restaurant. The Wolf gains 1 wealth. Well, we've got it back again, but we're about to lose it probably. Giuseppe is offering a workshop on supply chain driven menus this evening at the Culinary Institute. A key challenge in restaurant ownership is the menu design, especially the daily special. Today we have a special pop quiz on how to combine inventory management and daily specials. If tomorrow's shipment of steak arrived yesterday and yesterday's shipment of salmon arrived today, what is this evening's dinner special? Surf and turf? Well, technically, tomorrow's shipment arrived yesterday, so we've still got the steak, and yesterday's shipment of salmon arrived today. The fish is going to go out, so it's either fish or surf and turf. I think we can do surf and turf, yeah. Ah, yes, a safe answer, an answer of both. Unfortunately, this is wrong. What? If you cook all the meat today, what will you serve tomorrow? Use your head, Wolf. Oh my god. This game is already sabotaging us. Pigs now play. What are they going to do to me? Offer in-store smear camp. Really? Store gets a ton of foot traffic and perfect audience for a smear campaign against the Wolf's Bite. Pamphlets and pickets are the weapons in the battle for public sentiment, and you wielded them with great effect. Wolf's Bite lose. Come on! The Wolf's primary supply is on vacation, meaning the Wolf has to use the grocery store in order to keep his pantry stocked. This creates a weakness we can exploit while innocently stocking up for ourselves. If we buy out 1 or more key ingredients, the Wolf will be left in a lurch. What would be the most effective? Out of salt. No chef in the world is skilled enough to hide a lack of salt. It is cheap enough to buy out an integral to virtually every single dish. The only salt in the restaurant this week is going to be the Wolf's Tears. Jesus, these guys are mean. No wonder Big Bad was trying to blow down their houses. Wolf's Bite loses 1 quality, Wolf loses 1 wealth. Pigs lose 1 wealth. Okay. So they're still ahead of us with reputation. Wolf serves up a delightful first course. It turns out the Wolf wasn't just blowing hot air. when he talked about his new restaurant. The Wolf's Bite early reviews from local diners have been positive. It looks like Wolfie maybe have found his niche. Okay, right, we're not following them. We're going to do something else. Bad side of town, neighbourhood. Let's try and boost our reputation. Let's try and go on the offensive and deliver food for the elder. No, I want to promote. What can we do to promote? What's the lake? Go fishing, relax. City Hall, lobby, cater. We could do some catering, get some good rep. Papa Wolf once said, "Don't make any big decisions on an empty stomach," and nobody makes bigger decisions than the politicians at City Hall. Some delicious pastries with your logo prominently displayed on their wrapper should help the City Council perform at the top of their game while getting your name in front of the city movers and shakers. The Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. Outside the courthouse, a smartly dressed woman with raven hair breezes up to you. To your surprise, a flurry of woodland creatures follow close behind. Snow White of the White and Red Law Firm at your service. I've noticed you haven't yet attached a lawyer to your restaurant. I can give you some sound legal advice, draw up contracts and represent you in court if need be. For a small fee, of course. It's going to cost us money. But we're on equal with the pigs money-wise. And the way they're going about the dirty tricks, I think we're going to need a lawyer soon. So I'm going to put her on retainer. Very smart, Mr. Wolf. With us on retainer, everyone will avoid messing with you in a court of law. Please do feel free to drop us a line anytime for any legal question you may have. Lose 1 wealth but gains 2 reputation. That's it. We're wanting to build up the rep, especially with the critic coming. So you can't go out after us in the court of law. Bad side of town. Oh no, they're heading to the restaurant. Be guests at the restaurant. Oh dear. What are they going to do? You spend the day eating in the restaurant, being as much of a nuisance as possible. We're going to lose reputation, but we get money, possibly. You order things that are not on the menu, send back every order at least once, intentionally spill drinks and disrupt other guests' meals. You are the only ones in the restaurant by the end of the night. The Wolf's Bite loses 1 quality. Apparently the Wolf's Bite has a food license, liquor license, but not a dancing license. This could be a fun way to take Wolf down a few pegs. Just need the right tune. Save a steed, ride a lancer, really? Trotting up and down the fairway, the maidens never looked so lovely. From my trusty charger Prancer, they exult. Save a steed, ride a lancer. Unfortunately, a few yee-haws and some nodding heads was all this one could get out of the restaurant. Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. So, we lost 2 and gained 1. So, we've a net -1. Wolf may be in over his head with his first restaurant. We've received first hoof account of chaos in the kitchen with shocking details such as Reuben sandwiches served without rye bread and nobody being sure if chips are fries or crisps. Hopefully the wolf can turn the ship around. So we need to pull up our star rating and rep. What's the barn got? Tend the bar, man the DJ booth. Oh, it's the club. Okay. Witch's hut. Magical ingredients, fortune told. Well, we still need to build reputation there. I think we go there and we try and promote the restaurant. Seems like a plan. Every meal cooked at home is a meal not brought at your restaurant. Your business depends on full wallets and empty stomachs. Pamphlets, business cards, and your ability to work the room turned several would-be grocery store patrons towards the Wolf's Bite. The wolf gains 1 reputation. Yes! Strengthening the connection between your brand and the food is one of the most important things you can do as a restaurateur. Since you can't literally replace every meal at home with a meal at the restaurant, the best thing is to make sure those home-cooked meals have your name on them. How do you want to get the shelves into the carts? Wolf or breakfast cereals, home tapas kit, wolf's milk. Well, cereal seems like the obvious one, but I'm thinking maybe a tapas. Yeah, maybe. Interactivity makes it seem fun, but the small size requires buying multiple in order to actually have a proper meal. This has two benefits. First, since so many have to be brought, it's highly lucrative. Second, if the people like the food but find it assembling the small plates tiresome, they will probably come to the Wolf's Bite to get some Wolf's Bites. Gain what? 3 wealth! Yes. So that was a successful outing. Don't ruin my restaurant again. Get drunk. Okay. How's that going to affect us? Maybe with some neg working over cocktails may help us find someone else who hates the wolf. If not, a little drunken carousing never hurt anyone. Nobody parties like the pig's party. If we get sick and vomit, we can blame the cooking and the wolf's bite. The wolf loses one reputation. Piglets are at the barn tonight. They were the most beautiful pigs at Chris P. Bacon's high school. Looks like tonight they could be an impromptu high school reunion. Did anyone bring breath mints? How are we going to break the ice? Sergi on point, buy them drinks. Hey ladies, do you want to have a drink with us? I think I remember you guys from high school. Sergi here. Right. Yeah, it's us, the 3 little pigs, all grown up. Hey, thanks for the drinks, boys, but we have to get up early tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you around. Busted! They lose wealth and reputation. So their rep's down to 15. We've got more cash than them. Camera crew spotted near the Wolf's Bite. Witnesses report Gus Ferreira's camera crew was seen near the Wolf's Bite yesterday, scouting for good angles and recruiting potential interviewees. The buzz over Gus's appearance at the end of the week this week was renewed and strengthened by the presence of his crew, with reports fainting and swooning. So do we try and get another star before the end of the week? So day 5, I presume it's going to be on day 7. It's got to come in. What's on the bad side of town? Cooking classes for adults, mentor the youth. That could be useful. Magic ingredients for the end of the week. Culinary Institute. Maybe if we learn a really good recipe, get some really good ingredients, we can bring it home. Then again, it's going to be... Oh no, we're day 5, so day 6, day 7. Day 7 we'll spend in the kitchen. We'll train. You spend the day training under the watchful eye of Pierre Cipriani? With his expert tutelage and rigorous instruction, your cooking knowledge and culinary technique grow. The Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. There is a special seminar on preparing blowfish today. Oh dear. It is a very difficult and very risky preparation. If you successfully master this dish, you can charge any amount of money for this delicacy. However, if you fail, you run the risk of severely serving a deadly poison. Are you interested in attempting the dish? Knowing how our luck is, I'm going to say no, it's too risky. A distinctly Asian dish would be strange offering on your French and Italian menu. Since you are building a brand, what you don't serve can be as important as what you do serve. So we actually picked right. Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. There we go. Okay, they're back with the sabotage again, are they? You spend the week getting a deeper understanding of how the restaurant operate and the business side of things. Giuseppe has no idea how helpful this will be as you search for weaknesses in the Wolf's new business. The Wolf's Bite loses 1 quality. Oh, thank you very much. Vrim Valium is offering special guest presentation on metal science, alchemy, and their application in the kitchen. Sensing an opportunity to bend science to your nefarious aims, you attend. This brings me to Remedium and Scorchicite, 2 metals famous for their abilities to turn heat into cold and cold into heat, respectively. These metals have puzzled scientists for decades. However, recent breakthroughs in the Alchemic arts have finally enabled blacksmiths and silversmiths to work with their mysterious metals, which are virtuously indistinguishable from silver to the unaided eye. Oh, how will you use this fun new knowledge? Forget science, let's steal. If we steal all the silverware, then people will have to eat with their fingers and the wolf spite will lose to its upscale appeal. This not only hurts the wolf's finances, but also enhances yours. Really? Jeez. Well done, a rare... well done is rare. Okay, Gus Ferreira is a mere 2 days away. It seems like Wolf can't get his act together in time to be featured favourably. There are confirmed reports of pandemonium, from crawling bugs to dancing forks. There is nothing funny about this comedy of errors. Okay, well, I think magic ingredients, which has lived on these lands for a long time, she knows its secrets. Of course, these secrets come at a cost. In exchange for running errands and questing for the witch, you receive several pouches of magical herbs and vials of mystical potions. Looks like she charges extra for instruction, though. The wolf's bite gains 2 quality, but the wolf loses 2 wealth. You know, Wolfie, I have a few spells that could be used to redecorate your restaurant. I can be quite creative when it suits me, and today it suits me just fine. I'd like to cast a decoration spell for a change. Think of me as your fairy god witch. How can I help you today? Iridescent curtains, clouds for the tables. I think this is another one we decline. It doesn't make sense to take high-end restaurant decorating tips from someone who lives in a dingy hut, so you decline. Your lack of gratitude infuriates the witch. Oh no, your curtains shall be sackcloth and your food ash on this night. Made good on her curse, turning your restaurant into a dingy hut for the night. 2 quality and 1 wealth. Oh no. But it's not the night of Guy Fieri coming. And we're down to $7. And relaxing at the lake. Really? Trying to take down the wolf's bite is hard work. Some time off to relax will help boost your creativity to come up with new pranks and new strategies to run the wolf out of business. The refreshed pigs gain 1 reputation. You decide to try digging for buried treasure at the lake. With 3 shovels actively shoveling, you agree you can cover more ground than a single digger. Confident in your math, you dig, dig, dig. And just as the pigs were getting ready to throw in the trowel, Sergi hit something solid. Oh, you have awoken me, Monsieur Hamard. I'm hungry. Fetch me some food or I'll snip off your tails with my pincers. How do you want to handle this? Cranky old crab was proclivity for violence seems a perfect referral to the wolf's bite. If he doesn't assault the wolf himself, at least he'll scare a few guests away. It turns out Monsieur Hamard likes French cuisine, which is the wolf's specialty. Not only did he not cut anyone's tail off, but he also apparently tips well. We get 2 wealth back. Okay. You'll lose your lunch at dinner. Our contacted Department of Restaurant Management have informed us that numerous complaints have been lodged against the wolf's bite. While many seem to share the same handwriting, our contact has said the volume may call for revocation of his license. At this rate, tomorrow's filming of restaurant may have to be cancelled. Oh no. Well, does that mean we have to go to City Hall? Is there anything? Lobby? I don't want to. I want to spend time at the restaurant, work in the kitchen, work front. It's going to be about the food. We've got magic ingredients. We've been working hard all week. Time to crack down in the kitchen, hey? You spend the day preparing delicious food for your guests, drawing from all your culinary skill. At the end of each day, you're exhausted and covered in food, but knowing your customer are well fed, make it worth it. Wolf gains 1 reputation. Tom Thumb and his wife Thumbelina are in the restaurant this evening. Am I supposed to feed people that small? This is harder than cooking for giants. So Wolf, my name is Virim Vellum. Yes, Vurem Valum. I can help but notice you had problems that needed some science. For the low price of a free meal, I'll let you borrow my shrink ray, my growth gun, or my chaos cannon. My hypothesis is that either of them could address your small problem. I'd say shrink the food. We don't want to unleash chaos, especially if the filming's happening tonight. We're going to shrink the food. Slipped, missed the food, hitting Alice, who was waiting on Tom. Great shrinking again. Seriously. Call the rabbit. Have him bring me some of that stuff that makes people grow. Wolfie expected a law from my... Oh, no. Oh, no. I think we may have screwed up there. I had a feeling the Chaos Cannon would have been... Guess the restaurant. Okay. Really? You're going to do this again to me? You spend the day eating in the restaurant, being as much of a nuisance as possible. You order things that are not on the menu, blah, 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 yeah. You've seen this all before. Loses 1 quality. Oh, no. We're down to, like, 0.2 of a star? Invited Little Bo Peep to the restaurant's VIP section in an effort to cheer her up after she lost her sheep and hopefully generate some goodwill amongst the villagers. Oh, excuse me. This transparent pandering attempt cannot go unsabotage. French rack of lamb. Where I ordered some salmon and got a rack of lamb. Reminds me of my sheep that I lost and could not find. Oh my god, are these from my sheep? Wah! The commotion and her tantrum not only cost the wolf his goodwill, but also made a few patrons leave before being seated. Really? They are experts at sabotage. Stars amongst the slop. Gus Ferrer came expecting a rising culinary star and found 3 little ones instead. Impressed by the pig's ability to come back from having 2/3 of their real estate portfolio leveled, Gus Ferrer decided to feature the brothers and take their tactics as warning to aspiring restaurateurs everywhere. Oh no. They won. They drove me out of business. Wolf's Bite was a failure. Driving it into the ground proved surprisingly lucrative for the pigs. Eager to drive the proverbial nail into the coffin, the pigs hatched their greatest sabotage yet. Since the quality of the Wolf's Bite had been driven so low, its market share was exposed, delicate and fragile. The pigs could permanently dismantle the restaurant and secure future cash flow by opening their own restaurant. As long as it was a tiny bit better than Wolf's Bite, they'd win with customers and create a feedback loop death spiral for the wolf and his ailing restaurant. Things were slow at first until one day the wolf was seen carrying a large take-out order from the pig's snout to the Wolf's Bite. The wolf's concession to the pig's restaurant superiority was even more satisfying than seeing his business shut down. Oh dear. So there you go. It looks like a playthrough is about half an hour long. So it's going to be... There appears to be a little RNG in there. Obviously, we saw the pigs come to the restaurant twice, and there was like 2 different outcomes. The singing and dancing, and then Little Bo Peep. So I'm presuming every location has multiple outcomes. So that's going to be an interesting one. This may be one I come back to and just do different takes on. Hopefully there's not too much repetition. But what did you guys think? Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's kind of cute. It's obviously very, very short playthroughs. As I said, only about half an hour. But we will try that again at some point in the future. If you enjoyed it, do let me know in chat. And right, time to move on to, well, beating people up in Absolver.